The Black Death, a dark chapter in history. Beginning in 1346 and lasting until 1353, this pandemic claimed a massive number of lives across Europe due to the plague. It is estimated that more than 1/3 of the population perished during that time. Although it is generally believed to have been caused by the plague, medieval beliefs and superstitions led many to associate it with various forms of the supernatural. Some even claimed that dark magic or witchcraft was responsible for the catastrophe. Another unresolved mystery in history is the Dancing Plague of 1518, a brutal yet enigmatic event. One morning in the city of Strasbourg, France, a housewife named Frau Trophia suddenly began to dance and continued without stopping, both inside and outside her home. At first, people viewed her behavior as amusing, but it quickly turned into something terrifying. Others began to join her, men and women alike, dancing continuously. As a result, many people collapsed and died from heart attacks, strokes, or sheer exhaustion. By the end of the month, the death toll had reached approximately 400. But why were people behaving this way? Why did Trophia begin dancing so abnormally, and what caused others to follow? This phenomenon raised deeper questions within medieval society. At the time, beliefs in witchcraft and dark forces were widespread, and any unusual occurrence was often attributed to supernatural causes. While many interpretations have been proposed regarding the deaths of Trophia and the others, researchers have suggested explanations such as food poisoning, psychological stress, or specific social and mental conditions. This event remains one of history's enduring mysteries. In his book, A Time to Dance, A Time to Die, The Extraordinary Story of the Dancing Plague of 1518, John Waller provides a detailed account and attempts to explain the phenomenon from various perspectives. However, many have not accepted his explanations. The dancing plague continues to puzzle historians. It also raises an important question. Was what we call dancing actually dancing, or merely some kind of involuntary physical movement? Historical records suggest that the victims were not performing any ordinary dance. Rather, their behavior appeared as though they were being forced into these actions. Various physical and chemical explanations have been proposed over time for this so-called dancing mania. In 1952, Eugene Bachman, in his book Religious Dances in the Christian Church and in Popular Medicine, suggested that a type of fungus called ergot, found on grains, might have been responsible. Another scholar, sociologist Robert Bartholomew from James Cook University in Australia, offered a completely different perspective. He proposed that those involved may have been inspired by a new religious fervor and voluntarily participated in a kind of death dance. However, he did not provide strong evidence to support this theory. Paintings from that time depict the dancers' faces filled with deep and agony, suggesting that they may have been compelled against their will. The mystery does not end there. This phenomenon was not limited to a single place. Similar incidents have occurred at different times and in various locations. For example, in 1962, an unusual event known as the Tanganyika laughter epidemic occurred in Uganda and Tanzania. It began with sudden, uncontrollable laughter among 3 schoolgirls at a missionary school. Soon, the laughter spread throughout the school, nearby villages, and even into neighboring Uganda, continuing for about 18 months. Throughout history, there have been many such examples of mass psychology or mass hysteria. One such case involved the phenomenon of people believing they were shrinking, which has been documented in parts of Africa and Asia. In Singapore in 1967, a similar wave of mass fear reportedly led to nearly 1,000 deaths. These events make one thing clear: mass psychological disturbances are not new. Their forms may change over time and across circumstances, but their exact causes remain scientifically unproven. This leaves us with a lingering question. Are these events merely the result of psychological disorders, or is there some unknown paranormal force behind them? Many opinions exist, but definitive evidence remains elusive. Studying the bodies of the deceased rarely provides conclusive answers. Often, the concept of mass hysteria is used as a convenient explanation for these unresolved mysteries. Yet the true nature of these phenomena remains unclear. Will we ever truly understand why they occurred? Some believe there was a terrifying female spirit who would dance outside homes. Anyone who saw her would begin dancing as well. Those who came to watch, if they made eye contact with the first dancer, would also start dancing. In this way, the phenomenon spread from one person to another, much like a zombie infection where one infected individual spreads it to others. When discussing the mystery of this dancing mania or dancing plague, it becomes evident that the lack of concrete evidence keeps it unresolved to this day. The phenomenon spread rapidly, and those affected rarely survived. Eventually, they would die from exhaustion after continuous dancing. Dear listeners, imagine a person dancing continuously for 6 days, something nearly impossible for a human being. This alone raises suspicion. If it were merely mass hysteria, how could such a thing occur? Surviving without food or sleep for 6 days is highly abnormal. Whether some supernatural force was involved remains unknown. However, based on visual depictions, it seems they were not dancing willingly, as if someone or something was forcing them. But who, or what, remains an unanswered mystery. That's all for today's episode. I hope you found it engaging. Inshallah, our goal in discussing unresolved mysteries is not just to share frightening stories, but also to explore events that have yet to be explained. Stay well, stay healthy, and please keep me and my family in your prayers. May Almighty Allah keep us all safe. Assalamu alaikum.